Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we've got a map which is a little bit light on build space, but it is very nattily designed, you know. It actually has a strategy behind it, and not many maps actually have that one. So it's more of like a kind of scenario map. Now, speaking of scenarios, there was once a map creator who was trolling me with probably the hardest name that I've ever had to pronounce. Io Arrivo de Toute la Partie. They've changed their name. Hooray! This is this creator with a name that I can now actually have a solid attempt at pronouncing. Right, so if you're looking forward to that, you know what to do. Yes, it's time for that daily reminder. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is the Deeplands by Luca Fiorini. Fiorini! So much easier. Thank you, Luca. Thank you so much. And that comes from everybody who watches the show as well, no doubt. There's your start square. Again, not the world's biggest build space there, but enough to get working on. We have 4 different archipelagos on the go there, and you're not allowed to connect them with bridges, but I'll tell you that during the review. The resources look like this, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and a lot of offshore oil. And then if we have a little look at the fishing, if you have Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, it looks a little bit like this, or a lot of bit like this actually. Off to the workshop, and there's nothing to subscribe to. There is a need for mass transit. You do need mass transit for this one because of ferries, and but other than that, we'll be using the Clara theme and the Clara LUT and the recommendation for an unlocking tiles mod. But I use 81 tiles, but you can use your preferred variant. Anyway, pre-recorded version from BonBon coming up right now. So normally in WhatMap we start with the road and then we go onto the rail and then we have a little break and then we come back and have a look at the water flow and such. Well, not so easy with today's map because there are no roads and there are no rails. So let's do this as a live overview, shall we? Let's take a look at the map as a whole. Well, the map is split into 4 quarters, 4 different archipelagos. The start square is in this area here, around this archipelago. And then once you've bought all the tiles in this area and built up on this one, you can expand out. Now, the rules are no bridges, because these spaces are way too big for bridges. So you're going to be relying on shipping, on ferries. Unfortunately, as you'll see when we get down there, this is all being set up for you, ready to go. So all you need to do is concentrate on the roads and such. You can move the ferry terminals about if you like, clearly, obviously, but they're in place and it's just one less thing to worry about. Also, we got docks as well to bring people in and out. So yeah, that's the general layout and overview. So we don't need highways. We'll have the boats come in. Here's a boat over here. He is heading towards our first island. Whoa, lost my camera. There we go. He's heading towards our first island. And in theory, he will dock over here at this one over here. There you go. And everybody will get out and make their way onto the roads. And then you can build into the first island over here. Now, what you'll notice over here, not only have we got a sensible amount of build space for a small island map, I mean, it is small. You have got, then you can branch out and do little bridges across to the second island. Again, it's tiered. It's flat build space, but it's tiered. So you can have a 3-dimensional city build going up in height as you go across. And then we have a third little ruined island over here. It's not quite ruined, but it's more egg-shaped. Okay. And then we have a little one over here, and another tiered one over here with a couple of different levels. And so yes, there's enough space over here to get you up to a city size that will then go, right, we need more space. But the question is, which direction would you go? And we'll look at that after the intermission. Before we go to the intermission, I want to show you the castle. Ooh, it's a castle. Because it wouldn't be WhatMap without ooh, it's a castle, would it? And it looks perfectly fine. I mean, it's never going to be the most exciting castle given the space that we've got, but it looks definitely secure. You can get up there, and we've got the walls around it with a little gate that you can come in and out. In terms of the towers, I always have a look at the towers. Can you get into the towers? Yes. Yes, the doors are on the inside of the tower, and look, precision walls there. Precision walls all lined up nicely with the outside of the tower. And then over here, yes, you can get into the tower, and precision walls lined up with the tower. I thought I'd show you those two towers first, because, and I mean, let's face it, if this is the sort of thing I'm grumbling about on the map, there's not too much to grumble about. Over here, again, you can get into the tower, but look, the wall doesn't quite line up with the tower. Shall we fix it? I think we should. Grab it, and something about there. Are we lined up on this side? No, we're not. How about that? Yeah, that's fine. It's not clipping through. So that's 3. And then the last one over here is probably the worst of the lot. Is yeah, it's a very, very clunky one over here. I'm not going to fix this one, but you saw how easy it was to fix it using Move It. Right, so that is the start square. And what do we have in the start square? Well, of course, it's the asset of the day. But the thing is, as you can see, we have no asset of the day. What we have is we have the essential lighthouse. Isn't she lovely? Another essential lighthouse. And another essential lighthouse. And it's another essential. They are a beautiful things of beauty, and beautiful they are too. Let's come over here. We've got a nice little view here. The thing is, the one thing with the lighthouse, and we've had people have an attempt at lighting up lighthouses before with mixed effect. I mean, bless you, those people that have tried to make my life beautiful by lighting up the lighthouse. Sven Berlin has done it. Let's go to the Ultimate Eye Candy, and we'll bring this down to here about 2 in the morning. Yeah, I'm sorry it's daylight. We're using Cube Map Replacer. But never mind. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. The essential lighthouse. All lit up like a beacon. I mean, what can I say to this? This is the life. Let's come across to these ones. Get a bit closer so the light starts showing. There we are. That is Sven Berlin being an absolute freaking legend. Legendary Sven. Is it? You should rename himself Legendary Sven, because that is just. Oh no. Oh yeah, looking into it. That's a weird effect. That one. It's not designed to be looked into, BonBon. I know. Let's see. Ooh, dazzled. But anyway, yes. Yes, the Sven Spotlight Prop Pack. I think, is that what it's called? I'm not looking at the, because I'm recording live. I'm not looking at the caption today. I'm trying to remember what it's called. But yes, it was by Sven. It's on your screen now. The Sven Spotlight Prop Pack, or something very similar to that. Today's asset of the day. And back to the map, and the Deeplands by Luca. Now, Luca, thank you very much for getting rid of your impossible name, Io Arrivo da tutta la party, and going to Luca Fiorini. That is a much better name, a much more normal name. Let's have a little look at this second archipelago, and then we'll have a look at the shipping routes and stuff, shall we? Let's break the show up a little bit. So anyway, yeah, we have a second harbour over here, all nicely walled around. We have the cargo, we have the ferries, all sensible height. A few simple roads just to get you started, and then in terms of islands over here, again, tiered islands, flat build space, but on different levels. That's quite neat and tidy. And then we've got a lovely little island over here. Not going to do much with this one. A couple of little aesthetic little islands over here. And a couple of little aesthetic islands, flat islands. Maybe an airport, I'm thinking. Maybe an airport across here, possibly. Finally, we have the tiny little island over here. Now, in terms of the tree on the top of the hill there, I mean, normally I would say, oh, that just looks stupid. I would. But on this particular map, I think Luca gets away with it. Except for he doesn't quite get away with it, because just like the tower, if we come and have a closer look at it and be really, really petulant about this, there you go. There we go. It's just hanging over the edge of the hill. So again, we'll do a little bit of move it. If I can get above the tree and grab the actual tree. And we'll do a little bit of shifting. Come on. Why is move it not being... Perhaps this was the same for Luca. There we go. I think I've almost got it on the top. I probably would flatten the land just a fraction on the top there to give us something for the tree. Or maybe a different tree which has got a slightly not quite so clunky. Yeah, I would flatten the top of this hill. It's not playing games for us, and it's being a little bit tremendous. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll take an intermission now. We'll come back. We'll have a look at the remaining archipelagos, the shipping routes, and the water flow.
Do you watch BonBon with your morning coffee? Do you want to feel closer to the show? Then you need either the modern or retro mug from BonBonB. Click the information button now.
And so back to the Deeplands by Luca Fiorini and the shipping routes. There are a lot of them. They link up everywhere you're going to need them to, and they are very loopy and little triangle diamonds like this. And oh, it's so pretty. We come around the other side of the map this way, and you'll notice we have another little split here, a little kites going on here, little loops into it. We're covered. I mean, what's that? Oh, yes, okay, right. We've got an artifact here that probably needs to be deleted. Never mind. And yes, if we pull back, you can see it just loops all the way around, and it's all very prettily done. In terms of water flow in the start square, for those of you that want to pump and drain, we've got a lot of water around the map, so it shouldn't be a problem. But you can see we do have edge of map water flow just pushing in and carrying through. So no matter what you do, you're probably going to avoid any pollution to your city. So get on and have a good game with that one. And so to the map as an overview. And what we have, again, we've had a look at these two archipelagos. And now we'll have a look at the next two. Remember, no bridges allowed between the archipelagos. Okay, between the islands in each one. If I go back to the this overview here, we'll see. There we go. That'll show you. So yes, you can't connect any of these land masses up, but you can connect the islands within each one. There's your rules, as set by Luca. We'll come down to this third one over here. Now this is quite a sprawling one. This is the one with the most individual islands. Takes up the most space, and probably can be the most interesting build of the four. We've got this very bare island over here. I'm going to call it Bear Island. Not going to do much on there. Maybe a prison. Yeah, that's what I'm putting on there, a prison. Then over here we got this again. We've got another one, and it's cargo. It's cargo. Your actual your harbour for your personage, your people, is on the main archipelago, and then over here you're going to want to stick ferry terminals and such to bring people between the islands. You can see here again. Oh, it's a nice looking island there as well. Again, not very big. None of them are very big. But if you're clever and do a little bit of management of your islands, you can certainly achieve something. Now, let's get an idea of actually how big. Where was that island we had? Look, this one here. Let's just put down a couple of roads on here just to get a feel for actually how big these islands are. So we'll start off, we'll do this one. There you go, your standard road. There we go. So bring it across to about here. So yeah, that's the size that way. Comes across that way. So you can get, you get a couple of blocks onto each one if you're going to be doing gritty. And then we've got room down here as well. And then you could do something up here. I'm not sure what. But yeah, that's the kind of size you're looking at of that particular island. That's one of the middly sized islands, I think. So yes, you can do it. You can connect it all up together and just have a bit of a game. Finally, the final archipelago over here, and again, this one's got a ferry harbour. It's actually that archipelago over there. That's the only one which doesn't actually have a pre-built ferry, which is surprising because all the others do. You have to pay for your own. You have to pay for your own. Pop your own one down there. Anyway, yes, over to the final one over here. This one's an interesting, actually, probably the most interesting shape of the 4 archipelagos. This one, you got the like a J shape. Is it a J? Looks like a J. Bit of a bend round, and then this island here. What would go on here? Don't know. Something. And then we've got a couple of extra little islands over here, including, it's a mountain, if you can call it a mountain. The nearest thing we've got to a mountain on the map, probably the highest point on the map, I would say, right there. And yeah, and a little obtuse island at the end, which you're not going to be doing anything with. I don't think there's going to be any building on that. Prove me wrong, take on the map, do something with it, send me screenshots, tell me what I've missed. Anyway, that is the map as a whole. What do you think of it? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Click the I button now in the top right corner of your screen. It'll take you to the voting page where you can vote for free. I'm trying to find the screenshot. Oh, it kind of looks like it should be the castle, but I think we'll just have to do it as a little overhead like that. So what do I think of today's map? Well, aesthetically, I'm a Clara theme and Clara lot. It's going to look rich and crisp and tropical and bold and strong and beautiful. Having said that, the map is obviously what it is, and it's well done for what it is. I don't feel I can give it a 4th star. I don't. But I'm going to give it a high 3 because it is good for what it is. 3 stars for aesthetics. Detailing, again, not too much to talk about. What there is good. I can't really find much to mark it down on, but not really enough to give it a 4th star. A little bit of twitchiness on the castle. Again, I'll give it a medium high 3. Gameplay potential, scenario map, I think it's a once or twice through playthrough, but they could be quite interesting. So I'm going to give it 4 stars. Not a big city build, but a bit of a challenge for a change, and an interesting one at that. So the Deeplands by Luca, Fiorini, aka Io Arrivo, that's it, the party, and hopefully we'll never have to say that again. Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you very much, everybody who's made it to the end of the show, for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. And to all of the BonBonB buddies over on Patreon, thank you very much for your ongoing support. You know I love you. I do. I love all of you. Equally. Anybody who's still here, and the word of the day is on the screen now, use that in the comments for your 10 population points. Yeah, why not? Just 100 population points. You are part of the 20 and out elite, part of our elite exclusive top secret society. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.